Hi, welcome back. In this video, let's go ahead and make a few extra variables and let's make a few extra functions which will make our code a little more easier to read and make it easier for us to reuse some data instead of typing out if is set get logout etc. or if is set post submit login. Let's just make some variables to make our code a little more readable. So let's go up here and first let's make a variable uh, named requesting logout. And this will be a Boolean variable. And if you remember, Booleans can only be true or it can be false. And as a value, we're going to give it a function here, isSet. If you remember, isSet returns a Boolean to us. And we're going to go uh, session. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong one. Get logout. And this will return a Boolean value true or false depending on if logout is declared within our get super global variable. And the case which this would be true is if this page here test.php question mark logout or test.php question mark logout equals whatever, doesn't matter, that will be true. So if that's true, the user will be requesting logout, hence the name there. So that'll be our first variable. Our second variable will be request login, and we'll set this to isSet, and this will be post because this will have to do with that submit button in the form, if you remember. If I move this down a little bit, you can see if isSet post submit login. That was the name of our submit button. Okay. So now we can go ahead and replace these kind of confusing lines of code here with just our variable names. So we can replace this one here with requesting logout. And actually, let's change this to requesting login just to keep everything similar there. And if we can take this isSet function with parameter out here and just put requesting login. And so you kind of see how that made things a little easier for us. Now we're just saying if requesting logout, session unset, session destroy. If requesting login, then go ahead and run our code here with our which gets data from the form and checks it against data from a database, and if that's all true, we'll log someone in. So let's also make a few functions here, and we can go to the top here just to keep things so we can see it in our frame here. Let's make a function login, and we'll actually pass a parameter to it, user, which will be our username. And this function won't return anything. It will just kind of run a subroutine for us here. And let's go down here. In this case, username was equal to database name, password equals password. And let's take all this code out, these 3 lines of code, cut that, paste that, and if you remember, username is inside this function, so we're no longer going to have access to a variable outside without using a global keyword or something like that. So so we'll just change these to user because this will be referring to this this parameter here. So that's user, and so where we took that out of, where we took those 3 lines of code out under here, let's just call our function login and give it our user as a parameter, which in this case is username, because that's referring to this variable here. We're passing that through to login, and that will become user, and that's how that's going to go. And also, let's make a function logout, and this one will not take any parameters and will not return anything. It will just take this these 3 lines here: if requesting logout, session unset, session destroy, etc. So from here we can go if requesting logout, logout. So that's just calling our function we just made. So you can kind of see that made our life a little easier, and our code is a lot more readable. So when the page loads, we say if requesting logout, logout. If that's not true, we'll go down to if requesting login. If that's true, we'll go down to do our login procedure here. And another benefit of organizing things this way is that if we ever need to change anything with login or logout, we can just go to the function, change it, and it will be automatically changed throughout our entire code wherever we called that function. So if we wanted to make another session variable, we decided we want user ID as a session variable, and we could set that to some random number or some number we pulled from a database. We can go ahead and do that, and it'll automatically update it wherever we call this login function from. And that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.